Hello again, everybody. This is Kurgan here, and today the question is, what is Scavenger Mode? This is a new mode to Battlefield 3. It was introduced with the Aftermath download content, and basically what it is you start with a pistol and a perk of your choice, so you can pick any pistol you want as long as you have it unlocked, and same with perks. Now, be careful on your pistol selection, because they're going to be really specific to the map. Some of them are a little bit more close quarters than the others, so you might want to go with a Magnum, and other maps you might want to go with something like the G18 or the 93R. So just make sure that after you've played the map a few times that you pick the pistol that's going to be right for the map. And same with perk selection. Not all perks work for this game mode because you don't start with the main weapon. So picking something like squad grenades, squad cover, squad suppression, those ones work. Squad ammo only affects your pistol. You only get an additional clip for your pistol. You will not get one for your extra guns. So just remember that when you're picking your squad perk. I see a lot of people running ones that don't matter so much because they don't really do anything. So just keep that in mind. Also, you can play as any kit you would like. You don't get any gadgets in this game mode. You're just simply a soldier with a pistol and with your squad perk basically. So if you find yourself thinking that support is aesthetically pleasing to you or assault is aesthetically pleasing, choose one of those. I thought the support guy looked awesome. He gets a sweet pair of shades, so I usually been playing as him since it just is basically picking the soldier that you think looks the best. Now, in this mode, there's 3 tiers of weapons. The outside of the map, the most open area, is where you would find level 1 weapons. These are basically going to be personal defense weapons. As you move into the interior of the map, about halfway in, you're going to start running across what's called level 2 weapons. These are going to be crossbows, shotguns, sniper rifles, things like that. And then finally, as you get into the very interior of the map, the most dangerous spots is going to be the assault rifles, the carbines, and the LMGs. Now, if you think about that a little bit, it's really interesting to see the choices on where they put the tiers of these weapons, because the short-range weapons, which are your personal defense weapons, are on the exterior of the map. For the most part, this is the most open spots of the map, and these are the weapons that are actually probably going to be the worst there. Then, as you move inside of the map, you're going to find the sniper rifles, and that's also, once again, a strange spot, because these are more long-range weapons. You would like to see these actually at the edge of the map. And then, the interior of the map, where you find the assault rifles, the level 3 weapons, these are mid-range weapons. These would probably be best about at the middle of the level 2 spot of the map. So I'm kind of curious as to why they did this. I think it's maybe to throw these weapons a little bit off of their game. I mean, sure, you can make them all work there, but once you get a good weapon from these levels, you kind of want to move to a different spot in the map where the other weapons spawn to get to the real niche spot of these weapons. And a vastly important thing to remember now is there's an ammo crate on every single map. Basically, when you pick up each weapon, the primary weapon that you get the main clip that you have, and you get 1 extra magazine. After that, you have to find another weapon because you're out of ammo. You can go back to your pistol. You can still carry it around until you pick up another weapon. Or your other option is, and you can do this right off the bat as well, is look for an ammo crate. On Azidi and Marquez, they're basically in the center of the map, so they're actually pretty easy to find. The other 2 maps, though, they're a little bit more off to the side. And the huge bonus to this is, if you find a gun that you are very comfortable with, this is going to give you that ammo. It not only restores that first clip that you get and the second clip, but it actually restores all of the magazines. You have a full magazine count weapon now. So if you find that gun that you really like that you play with in Conquest or Rush, the ammo crate is the place you want to be, because it's going to make that weapon complete. It's going to give you the full clip count like you would get in those other modes, and you can actually get a lot of use out of it as compared to not being able to use it too much. 2 clips really isn't a lot for some of these weapons. Also, another thing that I've noticed about the scavenger maps is if you've played TDM on any of the new maps, it's basically the exact same size, if not the exact same size. I ran through a few of them and took a look, and they basically seem to be the same. So, and the new mode, Scavenger, is also only available on these new maps. So you have to play Talo Market, Azidi Palace, Epicenter, or Marquez Monolith. That's the only choice you got for now. It would be nice, I think, to see these modes also transfer over to close quarters, but for now, I can understand that they're not. So maybe later on. And the big question is Scavenger a completely new idea from DICE? And the answer to that question is no, it is not. Now let's go over that a little bit though before we just leave it at a flat out no. I remember this mode as far back as GoldenEye. I'm sure it existed before then, but I remember running around on Nintendo 64, playing against my friends, playing GoldenEye, and it's the exact same mode as that. So this mode's been around a while. I think GoldenEye was like 97 or 98, so it's an old mode. And like I said, I've noticed that some people are talking about this, and you know, the fact this is not a fresh concept, that's horrible. That's horrible. horrible. DICE stole this. I don't think that that's a big deal. If you pay attention to how genres evolve, they basically take concepts from games before them, and then they put their spin on it, and then they add new content and their own ideas to it, and that's how a genre moves forward. So DICE is just grabbing something from the past that has worked, and they've brought their own game modes, they've got their own ideas, so they're not just copycatting a game and taking it as their own. So I think that that's fine. If you don't like Scavenger, there's plenty of other game modes that are great. You know, you can play Conquest or Rush or Conquest Domination or Conquest Assault or TDM. So if Scavenger doesn't fit you, or you feel that they're ripping off other people from it, just don't play it. It's that simple. Now, what is it that I enjoy about Scavenger? I feel that it's a good mode for numerous reasons, and one of them is if somebody's not comfortable with pistol play, this is great for learning the different pistols in the game. You can try them all out, and I've had a few rounds where my pistol was my best killing weapon because I just couldn't end up finding other ones, or I became so comfortable with my pistol that I just ended up using it. I didn't need another weapon. So if you're not comfortable with pistols, this is a really good way to make yourself get used to them a bit. And also, this forces people out of their niche, out of their weapon, their M16A3 or their SKS or any other weapon that they just love to use, because it might not be there, or it might be there and they just don't get a chance to use it. It gets them trying weapons that they've never used before, which is good for them because it's going to get them used to using different things, and they might find something else that they're comfortable with. But also, if you're well versed in weapons, if you played with a lot of them and you understand how a lot of them work, it's going to give you that foot up too, because you're going to have that advantage of just being able to grab most different weapons on the map and be able to use them efficiently, whereas other people might have to learn them for a while. I also like the fact that it kind of feels like Conquest. They kept the flag capping in, and I like flag capping because it creates points of interest beyond just the weapons, so I'm a big fan of that. But it also has a Gunmaster feel to it too, because you start off with the pistol. Beyond that, it's not so much Gunmaster. It gets rid of those silly levels, and I kind of think that that's a good thing, because in Gunmaster, if you fall behind, sometimes it can be really hard to catch up, whereas this mode, it might just be grabbing that weapon that you're really comfortable with, getting some ammo for it, and then catching up to everybody. So you can make up that ground even if you do fall behind. Overall, I think that Scavenger is a great mode, and I'm actually enjoying Aftermath more than any of the other download content so far. And hopefully you guys are as well. Like I said, if you want to see more Aftermath coverage, make sure to check back later for more. I've already got 3 weapon reviews out, now I'm doing this, and I've got a few other videos planned. So if you're curious about a few things, like I said, check back. So thanks for watching. As always, this is Kurgan.